Do you go through depression sometimes? Well, if so, tune into this video because I'm going to share with you 3 ways to stop it right away. Hey, in case you don't know me, my name is Jason. And if you've been watching the channel, you know I've been going around Johannesburg showing some of the beautiful areas around here. Just left a beautiful mall this weekend, Clearwater Mall out in Roodeport. So make sure you stay tuned for that footage coming out in the next couple of days. And most importantly, I talk about success, how to be successful when it comes to happiness, health, and wealth. And today we're going to focus on your happiness a little bit because something I went through yesterday, I actually had a little bout of depression. I'm going to explain to you what happened, what triggered it, and I'm going to share with you 3 things that I do on a daily basis that helps keep depression away from me and keep me happy. And so let's go ahead and get into the video today. So remember, success is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. And so for me, one of my worthy ideas is being a happy person. And progressively, sometimes I have setbacks, and it's okay. So if you're having setbacks every now and then, it's okay too. However, you can start minimizing those setbacks just by starting having a routine or a minimal routine, which I like to do whenever I notice that I'm going through going through states of depression. And so yesterday I was getting my hair cut. Everything was normal, just a regular day. I was happy, excited. I was gonna probably go somewhere and do some filming for you to show you some other areas. Then it hit me while I was in the barber chair. And I'm gonna tell you how it triggered. So I started hearing Christmas music. I'm gonna be honest with you, even though I know it's the end of the year, December is what, in a day or two, it didn't dawn on me that it was Christmas time. Usually Cece is here around with me to help me remember it's Christmas. Usually we had a whole Christmas routine we would do. Once it's around this time, we would start listening to the Jackson 5 Christmas album, watch This Is Christmas, all these different things that we would do as a couple. And if you've been following my channel, you know January 23rd of this year, Cece passed away unexpectedly. And so this whole year, what most people sometimes don't realize, this whole year is a year of first for me. It's a year of new. Every day is a new day of doing something, experiencing something, or living through a normal routine without Cece now. And so, you know, over the months, I've been getting over some of the things such as like, you know, telling her good night, I love you every night. That was one of the things we did every night. We would say good night, I love you. It didn't matter if we had a bad day, a great day. We never let ourselves go to sleep without saying good night and I love you. And one of the things that I didn't realize with Christmas being coming up was this is my first Christmas without her. And it dawned on me yesterday when I was in the barber chair. I was hearing Rudolph the Red-Nosed, all of this. And I just wanted to text her and say, hey man, like it's Christmas time. Like are we gonna get a tree this year? And one of the last things that I wanted to do, I had really wanted to do it last year, but because of the pandemic, we were locked down in South America and Colombia. I wasn't able to give her the Christmas that I dreamed of, that I felt like she deserved. I wanted to go buy a 40-foot real tree, get it all decorated, have the whole family around, invite everybody out. And it just wasn't something that we were able to do. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like I have regrets for that. I have guilt for that because I felt like, you know, maybe if I would have been working on myself more early on after I was out of the military, I could have been in a better financial place to provide those things for her when she was still here with me. And so hearing the Christmas music, it sunk me into depression. And so I went back home, and one of the ways I knew I was going into depression was I started craving foods that I don't normally eat, sweets. Whenever I'm craving sweets, I know that I'm going through something's wrong. And then I start going within, whether it's meditating, journaling, scripting, I start figuring out what is going on so I can try to solve the solution as quick as possible. Now, the beautiful thing about this is, man, what, 9-10 years ago, like I was battling depression for weeks to months at end. Like there was times, I remember there was at least like 2 or 3 months I wouldn't even leave my house. And because I was just so depressed, and I would just sit down in my chair and just look in front of the TV, like not even watching TV, but I'm just spaced out because I'm so depressed and I couldn't get out of it. And this is why I wanted to make this video for you and share this with you, because I want you to be able to get out of it. And one of the things is you're not aware of, holiday times is one of the most depressing times for most people because just about all of us have someone that we love or miss that isn't around anymore. And usually these are the times that we spend those times with those people because, you know, the rest of the 364 days in a year, you're working, trying to pay bills, trying to get ahead, you know, trying to figure out how to figure out this game called life. And so I'm gonna share with you 3 ways that you can actually start getting out of depression so you can enjoy your holiday time. The first way is actually exercise. Now this is really good and this is a really fast one to hop you out real quick. I don't know if you can see it behind me. No, you can't see it behind me, but I'll show you these. So like these are cordless jump ropes that I have. And I keep them with me because whenever I find myself getting depressed, sad, whenever I feel a low vibration emotion, I start doing it and I start just walking in place, exercising with it. Because one thing about the human body is it cannot express 2 emotional states at the same time. Meaning you cannot be happy and angry. And think about it, if you ever seen someone, let's just say like someone's punishing their kid and they're like, you know, they're yelling at them, don't you know I love you? Don't you know I love you? That kid doesn't see love. That kid sees a monster that's beating on them, that's punishing them for something that they don't even understand why. And this is the beauty about the human body not being able to hold 2 states at once. If you start exercising, you will get exhausted. Exhaustion is better than depression. So most people be like, oh, but why do you want to be exhausted? Exhaustion is a whole lot higher than depression. Depression is a very low level emotion. It's just right above anger, even if you want to say it's with anger, even if you want to say it's above anger, it's just a tiny bit above anger. But exhaustion is closer to happiness. And that's what you want to go. You want to progressively move up to a different emotional state. And so that's why exercise is really crucial. You can do several things now. This doesn't mean go to the gym, go run 10 miles. You can literally walk in place in your house. Walk in place in your house, just look out a window, just look at TV. Even if it's something you're just normally walking, get up and walk in place. If you do it anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, you will start seeing your emotional state change, meaning that depression is gonna get smaller, 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 smaller. And then by the time you know it, I'm exhausted. And then once you get exhausted, just say, hey, I feel great. And it's gonna start triggering your brain to release different chemicals to make you feel great. The body must do what the mind says it has to do. And then, so that's one of the first ones. Really great one, I love that one. Second one is listen to something that makes you laugh. It goes back hand in hand with that. The body cannot express 2 states at the same time. So if you're feeling depressed, you're feeling sad, watch something that is gonna really make you laugh. Whether it's a comedy show, it's a cartoon, favorite music, anything. If it can make you laugh, make you feel better, then watch it right away. One of the things I was watching yesterday was Rick and Morty, and it just had me start laughing. Then, but by the time I realized, I was like, I feel better now. And I told myself that. I was like, I feel better now. And so that's why that is really crucial. If you can get yourself into that higher emotional state, it will keep you there longer. And then you'll start looking back and be like, that depression don't suit me. And you'll probably start moving on with your day. And now the third thing that you want to do if you're feeling yourself going depressed, getting depressed, or you feel yourself sitting in depression, eat berries such as blueberries, raspberries, elderberries, goji berries, all of these different things. Eat berries. Berries are very high in antioxidants. When you're in a depressed state, your brain is actually oxidizing. It's creating a lot of oxygen in there, and it's just sitting in there. And because you're not getting nitrates and all of that, or nitric acid, nitric oxide, my apology, you're not getting nitric oxide in your brain, it's keeping you at a very dormant chemical level, meaning it's releasing the same chemicals over and over and over and over again, which is making the longevity of that depressive state keep lasting longer. This is how I used to be manic depressed from weeks up to months at a time. I wasn't feeding my brain antioxidants. So if you start giving your brain antioxidants, it will start releasing different chemicals to get you out of that depressed state. It'll start moving you around. It'll start making you think differently. And so that's really crucial, because if you really be honest with yourself and you look back at any time you was in a depressed state, you was thinking a very specific way. Everything that you were thinking about was a very specific way. So you want to be able to think different. And yes, easy to say, oh, just change your thoughts. It's not that easy when you're sitting in depression. Trust me. I remember being there. I remember how that felt. And it was horrible. It was actually terrifying, to be honest with you, because I didn't know what to do. And until I learned these little secrets to learn how to battle depression, this is how I go from yesterday sitting in the barbershop getting depressed, coming home, to where by the time in the afternoon, just a few hours later, I was happy. I was excited. I was enjoying life again. And you can too. And it only takes you just starting making a routine to help your life be happier. So I hope you got some value from this. Hope you're having a great holiday. If you're in the U.S., hope you had a very great Thanksgiving. It's so crazy that it's almost Christmas time here. Man, the year went by so fast. I can't even believe it. Like, with everything that's happened this year, it's crazy that it's already this time of the year now. And I just really want you to see that I'm a regular person. I'm not anyone special. Just because I'm doing these videos on YouTube, I still battle some of the same things that you're battling too. And I want you to start seeing there's solutions to these battles. You can win the war, but you have to start putting together a strategy that's going to make it effective for you. So have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow, and that's it.